Hello guys, this is Mira's Melody. Today my goal is to compose an acoustic drum track from scratch using FL Studio's FPC, which is a stock drum plugin. I'll program the entire drum pattern manually without using any pre-made loops. The main purpose of this tutorial is to show you that you don't always have to rely on loops when creating drums. You can build your own drum pattern from scratch using your own rhythm and creativity. So let's dive into it. You can see this project here. This is a clean guitar soundtrack that I created completely from scratch using Flex. I already have a tutorial video for this composition, so if you are interested in seeing how I created this track, you can check out the tutorials. Now my plan is to transform this soundtrack into a rock style compositions by adding acoustic drum. I really want to program the drums directly inside this project file. However, this project already has a lot of mixing and effects going on, so if I start programming the drums here, I may experience more audio latency and significant CPU spike that would make the drum programming process more difficult. Instead of focusing on creating the right rhythm, I would also have to deal with CPU uses and latency at the same time. So I'm going to use simpler solution. First I'm going to render this entire project into audio, then I'll open a completely fresh FL Studio project and import the rendered audio. Now load the FPC plugin. This FPC plugin has some really good acoustic drum presets, and one of them is called the HQ Jazz Kit, which I'll be using for this tutorial. For the intro sections, I'll program the percussion parts first, such as the hi-hat and open hi-hat. Make sure to lower the velocity a bit. Because we are programming an acoustic drum track from scratch and trying to achieve a realistic drummer feels, we also have to adjust the velocity of the notes. We shouldn't keep every hit at the same velocity. Instead, we need to vary the velocity naturally, just like the real drummer would. Don't forget to edit a little bit of panning to the different drum elements. This will help create a wider stereo image and give the drums more natural feel. Our intersection is finished. Now I have to program the main drum sections, but there is one thing we need to keep in mind. You may notice that when a real drummer finishes the intro and moves into the main drum sections, they often play a short drum break before the main beat starts. So I'm going to create a similar transitions here. This will help the intro flow naturally into the main drum section. Now that the intro drum break is finished, we can move on to the programming the main drum section. You may also notice that I'm keeping the kick velocity fairly high because I want the kick hit harder and have more impact. We need some drum variation here. Because I'm planning to edit another variation to the main drum sections, I'll also create a new drum break here. This break will help transition smoothly from the first main drum section into the second variation. I have to edit a simple splash on a different pattern, so I can individually place the splash into the playlist. The whole drum composition is completed. Now I'm going to merge all the drum patterns together so I can add a more natural humanized feel to the entire drum performance. I will slightly move some of the notes of the grid. This will make the timing feel less robotic and more like a real drummer playing the drums. Now the drum pattern is completed. I have to export the drum pattern as a MIDI file and I'm going to import it into the original project. This way I can mix the drum together with the individual instrumental elements in the actual project. This will help me to create more space between the instrument and achieve a cleaner overall mix. I have opened the original project and now I'm going to import the drum MIDI pattern that I created. Now the only thing is left is mixing the drum. This part will take some more time because I need to carefully balance the low in and high in frequency and make sure the drums blend properly with other instruments. So I'm going to skip the mixing process for this tutorial and show you the final composition.